Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Bears Den, an NFL podcast with the Chicago Bears First Focus. I'm your host, Alex, here today to discuss and kind of preview my thoughts on the Bears Vikings game this week at Soldier Field, Week 12 matchup, another NFC North game for the Bears, and this is one that I think the Bears are going to win, and there's a few reasons for that, right? First off, I think that uh, with a second full week of Thomas Brown coaching up the offense, I think that's going to have a huge impact. We already saw a ton of growth in really half a week with him as the new OC last week. So I think that, compounding that with now a full week of practice with him coaching up the guys and kind of getting his philosophies across is going to be extremely beneficial for the offense, right? I think that, funny enough, really, with the Bears Vikings rivalry, it doesn't really matter what the records are of the team. They always typically play each other quite close. And I have the histories, the game histories up over the past few years. Obviously, we know last year the Bears won 12-10, and the Bears were not great last year. You know, earlier that year, Minnesota won 19-13. In 2023, one of the games was a one-score game. In 2021, Vikings beat the Bears 17-9, and then the three before that were all one-score games. So really, kind of depending, it doesn't really matter what the record is. The Bears and the Vikings always play each other tough, and Minnesota always kind of struggles in Soldier Field. We saw it last year, actually, in the game in Soldier Field where Justin Fields went down and Tyson Bagent came in and made his first NFL appearance. He almost was able to lead the Bears back and win that game. And so I think that, just because Minnesota's 8-2, I think it's a weaker 8-2. I think Sam Darnold's kind of pulled back down to earth the past couple weeks. And they've still found ways to win some games, but I think that he's going to struggle against the defense. I think that obviously with Jalen Johnson on Justin Jefferson, that should mitigate him to a certain extent. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's probably the best receiver in the league, so he will get open and he will make plays. But I expect him to be kind of mitigated a little bit, and I don't expect Aaron Jones to have too huge of a game if he plays. If they can kind of control the run game and make Sam Darnold one-dimensional, uh, I think the Bears can take this game easily. And this is a Minnesota game that a couple weeks ago barely beat Jacksonville 12-7, right? So this isn't some firepower like Detroit coming in. This is a weaker game, a weaker team, a weaker 8-2 team that struggles playing in Soldier Field. Now, as a Bears fan, the thing that concerns me about this week is not the Minnesota offense, but it's Brian Flores' defense. He likes to blitz a lot, and the Bears' offensive line has struggled to pick up blitzes this year. Now we're going to see if Thomas Brown can actually prepare the guys for this. I think that he probably can. And Caleb has done quite well against the blitz this second half of the season, and he did quite well against the blitz last week. So I'm hoping that Thomas Brown can kind of dial up a game plan and scheme some quick passes like he did last week to get the ball out and mitigate the blitzes, because when Brian Flores is blitzing, I know 60% of his plays or whatever he is, that means there's less guys in the secondary. So if Caleb can get the ball out to a guy like DJ Moore, who's known for being, elusive and shifty and breaking tackles and getting huge yards after the catch, if they're blitzing and DJ Moore can get the ball quick, whether it's a quick stick route, it's a little wide receiver screen, it's a touch pass, whatever it is, getting the ball in his hands quick, who knows what can happen this week, right? So I'm hoping that Thomas Brown can kind of scheme some things up. I'm looking for Caleb to have another big game, and the Bears win this one, right? I see on the on the playoff standings, if the Bears win this game, they have like a 2% chance to make the playoffs. If they lose, it's like less than 1%. Basically done, right? Because they'll be 4-7. What I really, really want, of course, I want the Bears to win, but I'm reaching the point in the season where I would rather have Caleb Williams have an insane game, throw for 350, 2-3 touchdowns, and the Bears lose, than Caleb coming out here throwing for 128 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, and the Bears win, like 21-18 or something, right? Because yes, I want the Bears to win, but I think for the future, knowing that Caleb is developing, playing well, learning, improving is the more important thing. And then the Bears losing, while I will never root for the Bears to lose, it's beneficial in the long run because then that means we're a game closer to Matt Eberflus getting fired. So I'm rooting for the Bears to win. I'm not sitting here saying I hope the Bears lose. I want the Bears to win. I want them to win, and I want both things to happen. I want the Bears to win, and I want Caleb to have a good game, a great game, right? I want him to throw for 300 yards. I want him to throw multiple touchdowns, right? He hasn't thrown a pick in 4 weeks. He also hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 weeks. So, he's been coached by Matt Eberflus to play quite conservative, and it's a problem. But Thomas Brown said in his interview yesterday that he doesn't want Caleb to worry about playing conservative. He doesn't want Caleb to worry about mistakes. He wants him to go out there, throw the ball, rip it, play, and if mistakes happen, they'll learn from that, which is really encouraging from the OC because with Justin Fields and clearly with Matt Eberflus is a very scared head coach, right? And when you have a head coach that is on the hot seat, and there's a lot of rumbling around the city, right, in the media, a quarterback that's throwing interceptions hurts your chances of winning the game, and Eberflus needs the win. So he's coaching Caleb to play as scared as possible, just like he coached Justin Fields to play as scared as possible. That's why we rarely saw Justin Fields after his rookie year, once Matt Eberflus got there, rip it and rip it like he did his rookie year. Go back and watch 2021 Bears highlights with Justin Fields at quarterback, and you will see a Justin Fields that we did not see the final 2 years with him, right? Same thing with Caleb. So what I want to see this week is Caleb continue to be himself. I thought last week was really the closest we've had to that. Some good extension plays, used his legs a little bit, and made some big time throws, right? I want to see more of that, and I think the Bears can win this game. So, predicting this one, I think it's going to be probably close. I think probably I could see this being like a 26-23 Bears win, a 24-19 Bears win. I think that the Bears will get it done. I think it'll be big. I think that Caleb will do well against the Blitz, and that's where I stand on this game. Let me know what you guys think down below. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think the Bears can overcome the Brian Flores defense? And more importantly, do you think the Bears can overcome their head coach, Matt Eberflus? Because that's always the question. Can always argue, can always raise the question to what way is Matt Eberflus going to lose us the game this week, right? So we'll see. Hopefully it's a win. Hopefully it's a great Caleb game. And I appreciate you guys listening as always. Please like, comment, and especially hit that subscribe button down below. Really helps me grow the channel. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. That's going to be a really big milestone for me, and we're almost there. So if you're new here, please hit that button. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to me. And I will see you on Monday. Bear down. Hopefully it will be a victory Monday. Have a good one.